At model railroad shows of all sizes and locations around the world, you will find groups of connected layout modules that have one main thing in common, and that is they are connected by one module of track and scenery assembled one to the other. Some modular layouts are built by a group of club members within their respective organization, while other modular layouts become this massive showcase where modelers from all over the land submit their modules with the hope that their creation will be accepted and joined and showcased with the many others for the big show. What's on the Rails? Featuring the world-renowned NTRAK Model Railroad Society, where modulars from all over compete and converge, and the Pepperell Siding Model Railroad Club bringing their constructed HO scale modulars to a huge, fully operational double main line.
NTRAK is an international club. It's also a national club. This is the largest regular show in New England. We're allowed a space of 30 by 80 feet, and we're probably just a little short of 80 feet. But we do have the 30-foot dimension. So you can go to California with your modules and get into a layout. They have national shows where everybody from all over comes. There's one in Oklahoma, I think, coming up pretty soon, and they do even larger layouts than this layout at this particular show. This is the largest regular show in New England. Well, this year there were a lot of club modules, so it happened sort of from one train show to the next. We sort of understood who was going to bring things, and then we have a registration for we have a conference of our own, which has contests, and we have all kinds of different module contests. Yeah.
So you have a conference, and then
we have
put in
separate conference from Amherst Railway Society, where NTRAKers go, and we pick our best module there, or our best model that goes in what was a case over there, or a photograph, and they give out prizes for manufacturers and stuff like that. So it's real encouraging for modeling all around.
So when these modules arrive, you pretty much know exactly what modules will go where?
Yeah, that's what the plan tells us that. And that's by registration for our Winterfest event that we have. So they'll all come. If they want to be in the show and enter their module into the module contest, they can register for Winterfest, and then we put all the pieces together.
So what is that exactly, Winterfest? I've been seeing that.
Winterfest is a N-scale or NTRAK dinner that we have. We all get together on a Saturday night and have a dinner and give out prizes.
Oh, so this is your own event, Winterfest?
Yeah.
It's an NTRAK event.
Yeah. It's separate from Amherst Railway Society.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So.
Excellent.
I said, I'm pretty ignorant of model trains, but is that what's called like a re-railer?
Yes, a re-railer. The spell checker doesn't acknowledge that word, but that's what we call it.
There's a hump right there. My plow catches, and it's just enough in the drag because the basement's so wide that it gets kind of same thing here.
Is that from where it divides? Where the track?
Something settled overnight or whatever, so it's just off enough. My plow is catching on that little metal flange right there.
We don't have a meeting house per se. We're all separate entities, and we get together at train shows. That's our sort of method of doing it. A lot of clubs have meeting houses, and they have a permanent setup in places.
Right.
Yeah. But we don't do that yet.
This layout here, how many states or countries is it representing? This layout right here.
It's Canada and United States mostly, and there's nobody from Europe or Asia here, and we have mostly New England people. We used to have a lot more from different places, but this year is an odd year out, where it's mostly us and some people from New York, and that's it. Mostly us from the New England states. First, I start out with making a plan like this. It starts to tell us how the modules will go together. Each module has a little bit different of a layout in it, and some connect better to others than others do, but they're all made to interconnect with each other because the tracks are at a standard. Different members bring different module pieces. So somebody might bring 16 feet of track, and somebody might bring only 4 feet, that type of thing, or something unusual like a end loop module. Then we collaborate with other clubs like NTRAK over here. They're a 2-track system adverse to our system, which is a 3-track system.
And the reason why it's a 3-track, that middle track, I understand, is just DC.
We run on our loop over here. We run DC in the center, and which is the yellow track, and the blue track is DCC, which is also a closed loop inside that. But the outside loop comes all the way around the whole layout.
The red.
Yeah.
Wow. So the entire layout, there's the red line.
Right. So it would come if you started in the yard here, and you went out the red line. You would loop over here, go down here, and come around the loop, go back around here, and then all the way down around Maine, and then down the spline, and back over here into the yard again. So it takes a little bit of planning to do, but it's a lot of fun when we all get together, because we've been doing it for many years.
I noticed I've been using. The Pepperell Siding Model Railroad Club has been one of the several mainstay model railroad clubs in New England. Based in Pepperell, Massachusetts, these multi-talented band of model railroaders come out to the shows and set up their chosen modulars that can extend up to 30 to even 50 plus feet in length and width.
I don't know the exact number, but I think it's somewhere around 30. Most of them are 2 feet by 4 feet. Our 3-yard modules right there are 3 feet by 8 feet, but those are special. And that's one of the reasons why the yard's located where it is.
Now, I've seen these folks in Hooksett at the Amherst shows, at the Big E. I contacted them with the hope of running my brand new Broadway Limited import, Niagara, New York Central. They were happy to welcome my visit and let the locomotive run. That's when you know you met some nice people at a club, when they let you run your train on their layout. My star engine.
some of the advantages of modular railroading versus a full layout. To me, the biggest advantage is that as long as you stay within the standards established by the club, you can build whatever you want.
We use a four-line main bus system. Each rail has its own main bus line, so we use two main tracks, and each one is interconnected using Anderson power poles. We use white, red, brown, and yellow are our four main bus lines. So on either end of each module that you make, you have 5 and 7 inches from the front, and you have an interconnected bus lines with those color codes. So it's very easy to connect them together.
This is our standard plug configuration. It's standardized for us in the way that the plugs are arranged and how they're oriented, and the way they're stacked on top of each other. Now at the other end of the module, they're set up in the same order, but they're inverted. So that when we set up the modules next to each other, all we have to do to set up the electrical is plug them together.
The New York Central Railroad Niagara, built by the American Locomotive Company, ALCO, and considered, ton per ton, one of the most efficient 484 locomotives ever built. At the peak of their service, they ran 26,000 miles per month. Their road numbers range from 6,000, 6000, to 6025. It didn't take long for the Niagara to supersede the famous J-class Hudsons. They had larger coal capacity, 46 tons. Niagaras were designed for dual service. The New York to Chicago could run and be done with one stop for coal. Their last year of service ended up in 1956, and none of them could be saved. They were so used up. The sound of this Broadway limited import, this particular steam engine may not be the accurate sound of the original real world Niagara. Probably the closest as we can get to what it really sounded like. Hey, I'll take it.
The specs that we look for is the tracks. We run a double main line. They are 5 and 7 inches on center from the outside edge. So as long as you maintain those on either side of your module, you can connect together.
For as long as railroad modular builders build modules, modular model railroading layouts will always be and will continue to be the go-to event for shows, holiday presentations, and any place that people put these modulars together. Before you know it, you may already know a model railroad that has 1, 2, or 3 modules, or even many more at a location near you. Just build them, join them, and run operations as desired, one modular at a time.